Want to say shalom, shalom to all y'all. Shalom. Is that broke?
Yeah, I think so.
Put it there. I want to say shalom to all y'all. Uh, Appreciate all y'all tuning in. Gonna be discussing some situations as you could tell by the title of the show. It is we are um, I titled the show "The Drama Continues." Kind of picking up and covering some stuff I hadn't covered in uh, the show I did earlier, Drama in Israel. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I got on here for a number of reasons. I wanted to hit on um, some points and clarify some things so that there's no confusion, and I want to make sure people understand the purpose of the video I did earlier. Okay. And I'm gonna cover that right now. Because what happened, I was actually contacted by some people. A person had reached out to me about uh, other drama going on in Israel that I wasn't aware of. And I guess because of the nature of my video and what I talked about, like I said, I'm going straight down the middle. I'm not veering left or right. So it hit on, I guess, some points that, um, and that video was a blanket video. I was just hitting on stuff, but he was saying it was actually hitting on stuff in a situation that they were dealing with that was going on with him. And like I said, I'm not gonna um, go into all that, but yeah, it was maybe two or three situations that I've seen or heard about going on. Excuse me, a fly or something that I've seen going on in the Hebrew Israelite community. But of course, you do a video like that, and it comes, a whole bunch of other stuff comes out, and that was the whole point of the video. Is there's drama in Israel because people are are they're just playing Christian religion, and they're not actually trying to do what the book says, which is come together as a nation, come together as one. So, um, you know, like I said, man, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. That was the purpose of the video, is stating that, look, man, there's a lot of drama going on out there. And one of the things I was talking about in the video is that nothing's changed since when I was out there dealing with a lot of, and like I said, I'm trying to stay away even more from uh, throwing subliminals or sneak dissing and subliminally smashing on something. I'm trying kind of and I think when I did that video, the drama going on Israel, I think it could have been taken where people felt like I was throwing subliminals at them in past situations, past drama I done seen, you know. So I'm doing this to really buckle down and talk to people, and not so much do what you see being done out there a whole lot. You see a lot of people out there, um, you know, addressing issues but not providing solutions. We need to be more solution based, because there's a lot of stuff going on out there. And I'm gonna tell you, there's two things that that fuel. Samantha, come over here and sit down. There's two things that fuel all the drama we see going on out here. Samantha, you can sit right over here. there's two things that fuel all the drama you see going on out here. Okay, and you could literally buckle it down to two things, and really even one. You could buckle it down to one thing. Number one is discernment. People are just kind of not looking at stuff for what it really is. So that's one thing. Okay, discernment. But the other thing, which is the bigger, you said right there. The other thing, which is a bigger deal, is people are tolerating it. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of situations, they could be solved by just not dealing with it. Uh, the word basically tells you, tell them once, tell them twice, and then turn such a one over to Satan. Let Satan deal with them. Let their folly become manifest publicly. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've seen with with a lot of situations, whether it's marriage, relationship, uh, friendships, assemblies, you name it. A lot of stuff. A lot of times, you just have to move in a different direction, not stop dealing with certain people, and sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? I will quickly stop dealing with folks when you know they're not operating righteously. And what I mean, um, everybody's not perfect. Everybody got issues. I got issues. I'm growing out of my issues and all that stuff like that. Um, everybody's got stuff they're working through. But when when it gets to a point where it's causing division, it's causing all types of issues, when it's clearly blatantly against the word, when it's clear that folks ain't changing, they justifying all that stuff like that, and it's time for that stuff to end. You know what I'm saying? And what it ends up doing, when you don't prune the tree ends up dying. That's why you see so much division, and on top of that, you don't see anything coming forth. So when I was contacted by this person, um, you know, I just I let them know, hey, everything, that video, the message, and I'm reiterating it, trying to make it even clearer. The message in that video was to put my finger on, drama, just having experience dealing with it, dealing, coming up through this thing, dealing with a lot of manipulation and subliminals and just underhanded behavior that is opposite the script. Like if you look up the word guile and go in the Bible and first understand what the definition of the word guile, which is cunning, manipulative speech, kind of behavior and conduct, where you kind of operating like a chess player or something like that. Um, when when you read what the word says about that, and you go out there, it's in the so-called Hebrew community is widespread. It's like a pandemic out there when it comes to guile type behavior. Okay, um, I'm very much in a position to speak on it because go, like I said, go back and look at my videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm qualified to speak on it and because I've seen it. I even did a video on how a lot of people are operating and running ministries and assemblies and dealing with people out of rules and laws, out of the book, Robert Greene's uh, 48 Laws of Power, and Robert Greene's The Art of Seduction, in his book, The Art of War, and other manipulative books like that. All right, you go play this. Don't go over here, okay? All right. So how people are operating out of that, and y'all could go back and look at that video. Uh, how that's making too much noise, mess. How people are way like, why would you operate out of a book of power and the art of war against your brothers to run an assembly? But this is some of the stuff I had bought up out of what's that called? What's the name of that? What is that? Dun, dun, dun. Uh, I had showed in that video pastors in Christianity talking about how widespread in these big mega churches, how widespread the use of those books are, that he fears it's overtaken. He fears it's overtaken Christianity, where people are dealing that way, using messages, the sermons, to throw subliminals and control the people and all this stuff. Like, if you read those books, it actually talks about religion and all that stuff and how to use it. So it's crazy. So you see guile out there in the Hebrew community. You see people just another thing that's widespread in the Hebrew community is people just bringing in street behavior, or, for lack of a better word, niggerish behavior, whether it be how they deal with women, whether it deals with how women behave. So the behavior of women, how they deal with a spirit of Jezebel, whether it deal with the men, dealing with a spirit of whoredom. Oh, I'm going to take on another Ashiah. I'm going to marry this Ashiah. And then they be like, I'm going to give this Ashiah a bill of divorce. And then they meet another one. Okay, I'm going to give her a bill of divorce now. And then I'm going to take on this one. And, dudes is out there basically doing what they was doing in the streets, or when it comes to when it comes to dealing with how the men behave, putting up with Jezebel spirits, putting up with a Jezebel and all that stuff. And then when it comes to how you deal with the situations, and this is something. Look, I'm being 100 on this thing. With me, I went to dealing with treating every situation like a hammer. You know what I'm saying? When that's not the case. That's something I'm learning as a leader and leading people and everything like that. Y'all can get it. Go ahead and get it. Not dealing everything isn't a nail. That was one of the extremes I went to where now I've realized, look, each situation is unique in itself. There might be a lot of similarities, but each situation requires a detailed, thought out, but direct and biblical approach to dealing with it. To where, and I'm putting the some of the wisdom and understanding I have and that I've implemented, and I'm seeing the results of it in my life, and biblical wisdom, understanding, and dealing with stuff. Number one, head on, but using patience, using wisdom, using mainly patience and wisdom when you deal with a situation, thinking it out, not just boom, smashing into it, And with the individual I talked to today, he truly exemplifies those qualities, and that's how he's operating and moving, and it's a blessing because that is going to build this kingdom, and what I found is, number one, dealing with people head on, and a lot of times right there, face to face, in the face, boom, 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 dealing with it head on, not using manipulations, using book, you got an issue with your brother, boom, go directly to him. All this stuff like that, man. Or sometimes there's place in the book where it says, look, some folks just leave them alone, don't deal with it. Like, but when you read, um, when you read in the Word on some of the stuff Christ said, when you read the book of Proverbs, when you read the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, which is Proverbs on steroids. When you read through these books, it shows you, it breaks brotherly love down to the minute level, to where you see a lot of what do you see? What would it say to say? You see a lot of you don't see a lot of love in Israel. You don't. I mean, as soon as it gets to a point where it's inconveniencing some people or whatever like that. I mean, you see, the true spirit come out, or the true spirits that are operating in them come out. You know, um, you don't see a lot of righteousness in conflict resolution in Israel. You see a lot of the curses begin to manifest. And listen, let me tell you this. Me and some of the brothers here in Straightway, Florida, were talking about this. Um, when you come onto a level like we're at right now, we are probably eh, being in a home assembly in the type in the environment we live in. Like I said, it's a large group of people sharing everything in a small split space. So basically, we're sharing limited resources. So you have to practice selflessness. So in one of a situation like this is iron sharpening iron. It really tests who you are spiritually. And one thing that's going to happen in a situation like this is there's going to be a lot of conflict. It's not Disney World here. There's situations that come up that have to be dealt with. Um, and you really learn this book. Like, the Bible truly makes sense when you're in a situation like this where you have to be selfless. When you're living under the same roof with your brothers and sisters, and there's not a lot of anything really in a lot of situations, it really grows you spiritually. Okay? How? Not that, oh, I'm here and I gotta correct my brothers and all this. No, it's you really see yourself. You really hear them wicked ass spirits in your mind whispering to you. You know what I'm saying? It's UHD. So it's you in well, nah, HD, high definition. No, they got some. What's the thing they got now? Uh, Not Blue Mac. I forget what the new definition is, but it's you in super detail. And when I say you in super detail, if you notice, like when you watch the news or TV now, and it's in that, I forget what that format is called, 5X or something. I forget what 5G or no, not 5G. Whatever the new 4K. Thanks, thank you for helping me out because I was struggling with it. You notice when you watch something on 4K, like the news, man, you see even you can see the makeup chunks on their face, and you see the blotches and people. It shows everything. That's what this is. But this is the purification. This is you getting purified. This is the crucible and gold getting purified and getting that the impurities burnt off. And it's not jumping into this and you subjecting yourself to a bunch of pain. Nah, that's one aspect of truly coming together. All right, I need you to go sit down over there in that blue chair, okay? And you stay over there, okay? So that's what it is, okay? Go get that ball and give it to Sam. So that's what this truly is really putting yourself through this, but the only uh it's not the only just roll it over there and go over there, okay? It's not the issue. It's not the only um that's the tough part of it, but the upside of coming together like this is in time you begin to really grow together as a cohesive, righteous, biblical family. Um, Spiritually first. Madison, go over there. Yes. Uh, as a biblically cohesive family, you really begin to see what's really meant by forsaking, not assembling, coming together. You know what I'm saying? Be separate from these other nations. You see the benefits of not having your children in the public food system, not having your wife out there in the world getting influenced by Babylon. Um, you see, you see the true purpose of a righteous wife. Women begin to really walk and see their biblical righteous position and purpose. Sitting there, having a woman out there working, having children in school, and telling her, "Serve me, woman. I'm your master," and all that. And the Bible says this, and the Bible say that, and it don't work because they're not seeing it. You still have in the world. You see what I'm saying? Um, but when you start truly walking it out, when you truly begin to come out of her, come out of this beastly Babylonian system, then the word takes on a whole nother power. The spirit of the word really begins to come out. And going back, and I'm trying to keep it balanced, and going back, when I look at a lot of the drama going on in the Hebrew community, I see a lot of people who I see a lot of so-called leaders out there who have agendas. I see um, a lot of leaders out there who are they have their own agenda that they're using the sheep for. Okay, and that's as far as I'll go on that. Y'all can extrapolate or extrapolate, whatever that word is, out of it. You can pull from that whatever you so desire. Okay, um, you can pull from it. Okay, um, however you want, because I'm not throwing subliminals at anybody in particular. It's just I'm just coming with it. Um, uh, but that's as deep as I go in there. But that's what I see. I see a lot of whew, or I ain't gonna say I see. I have seen, because I'm not really dealing with a whole bunch of people right now, just simply because I'm so busy. And like I said, I'm with my brothers and sisters in Straightway, and that's where I'm at. But I have seen a lot of, and even been a part of, because myself, I was that dude. I'm not just saying stuff I've seen. I'm saying stuff I was. I was that dude who was very much in Babylon. My family's all over the place, this, that, and the other. I came in a straight way, and I listened to what leadership said. They basically said, just shut up, sit down, and watch, and just sit back and learn. And when somebody tells you that, what's the first thing you got to deal with? Your pride. Pull your pride down and watch people who've been living in a set apart way for years. I had to deal with a lot of voices, a lot of spirits in my head saying this, that, and other. You sit back. Even now, there's stuff I see, and I'm like, well, I never did it like that. I never saw it like that. I'm like, let me just sit back and just sit back and keep watching, just patience, and just boom. But a lot of people, man, that pride will not let them do it. That that Hebrew stubbornness that Yah talked about in Ezekiel won't let them do it. You figure Yah spent 2 chapters in Ezekiel talking about how stubborn we are as a people. And I see it. And guess where I see it? In me. Hey, but I'm hitting that thing head on. That's the first step to seeing it, And, it's Israel, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And you need righteous leadership to get it done, y'all. And like I said, I'm just keeping it 1,000 on this thing, y'all. Like, I come in a straight way, and there, like a year ago, there was stuff that I seen. I think I gave an example in the last video, but there was stuff I saw in straight way. I was like, nah, this is a better way of doing it. Boom, 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 boom. This is a better way of doing it. But it was stress. No, this is the way you got to do it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, no, this is a better way. And one of the things I think about is one time I called Pastor Dow, and I was like, hey, when I get on land, I want to do shipping containers. And he was like, nah, I wouldn't do that. He's like, I would, you got to put the wall. He said, you got to put the drywall and do all this stuff in it. He was like, I would do, I'll do a building. And I was like, I was like, okay, all right. Got off the phone and patiently sat there and thought about it and watched and thought about it and watched and learned and watched and learned. And like, I've been in real estate, so there was stuff, we were looking for a home to live, rent to live in communally here. And I was just seeing stuff and thinking, and 3-4 months later, I was like, yo, he right. I was like literally, if you can lay bricks, you can literally create generational wealth. Go sit down, because you got to be quiet, Samantha. You can literally, with each block you create, you are literally creating generational wealth. You're literally, for the next generation, for yourself, you're literally creating, if you buy land, and as you lay each block for a home, you are literally creating something to where the next generation don't got to run to Master Charlie to find a place to dwell. You're creating a dwelling. They're not so locked into the rat race all of a sudden. They're not having to run out and get an apartment and give money to another nation. You see what I'm saying? That's just one minute example of leadership that actually cares about you. That is actually, you can actually call that leader a pastor, because they're actually showing the flock where to go so they don't get devoured by wolves. And then you got, what's the term I could use? Where I come up with something funny is that. Then you got what I would call Hebrew cheerleaders that just have you come in and go, sis kumbu, yeah, we love yeah. They have you come in, do that, make you feel good, get you excited, and don't tell you anything. They give you no direction. They give you no real spiritual growth. It's Christianity, y'all. There's nothing there. The footwork is not there. It's just a bunch of talk of me, mine, I, and hey, look how much I know. Look how much history I taught. Like I used to say when I was doing those videos before, these people come out here, y'all. These people come out here, and they are literally history teachers and philosophy teachers, which I'm not attacking them like that. There's people out there in the Hebrew community that I could tell are ordained to do that. But then you got all these other people. And that's where a lot of drama be. Because what I found, the people who are ordained to do that ain't trying to keep you hemmed up with them. Like I said, I'm not going into that. I'm not telling that. What I'm saying, y'all need to read the Bible. And instead of just reading little verses, read the whole chapter so that you're going to begin to notice that the Bible is y'all got people in place that are doing things. I've been trying to call and text. I'm probably get yelled at, but I've been trying to call and text. I called Pastor Dow like 3 days in a row and tried to text him too. Didn't get no answer. Didn't get no reply. Guess what? Guess the reason why? Because he's out on another community building a building for a community, or we're helping them build their building. He's not getting no phone signals out there where he's at. He'll get back to me and all that, but look, that's why. Oh man, y'all, you know what we did down here today? I got off work, went with one of the brothers here in our assembly, and we got our third cargo van for the assembly. Our third. He's gonna be he's gonna be selling, getting rid of his car that he owns a bunch of debt on, and we have a work van that we can a third van that we can transform it, or whatever the word is, convert it, like y'all see me do with Big Red, where I can put the travel seats in it when we're doing these long range trips, or we can go and use it as a business van for our different business ventures, for our business, for our automotive business, or because we're trying to get a little automotive thing on, or for our camera business that we work on. So we got utility and versatility, just and like I got that idea, and I saw that because I'm looking at my leadership. I'm looking at their footwork, and they document everything they're doing. If y'all are from, what y'all should do is go on YouTube and go to Straightway KC and watch Elder Mitchell, and you can follow his journey and watch his footwork. You can watch Elder Rufus, Straightway Georgia. You can watch, of course, y'all watch Straightway, period. Watch Pastor Dow. You watch Spiritual Combat, Straightway Florida, as we slowly moving forward. And y'all have seen my journey y'all have watched my journey over the year or years, maybe 3-4 years since I've been public out here like this. And y'all could go back videos and just watch as I progress from teaching, talking, to actually doing and footwork, to the point where I damn near didn't even have time to do these videos out here. But yeah, I'm seeing this. Here I am. I'm in my mid 40s now. My daughters are getting older, and I've seen the cycle of life. And when I say the cycle of life, I've seen the pattern of how you're a teenager, and then you grow up and you go out into the world, and what happens. And I've seen the rat race and this whole process of how and why we ain't got a goddamn thing. We ain't got nothing. 90% of the Hebrew Israelite community is doing nothing different from what the rest of society is doing, or what a Christian's doing. They're doing the exact same thing, y'all. There's no difference. And like I said, you see this small percent that's actually getting it done, getting their minds right, getting their families' minds right, getting their wives' minds right, getting their wives to see what the Bible's really saying, getting their children to see what the Bible's really saying, and then actually implementing it into the agricultural and the economical with other brothers and sisters, and actually operating like the word tells you to, and not spiritualizing the word, hyper spiritualization, not doing that, but actually walking the word out in spirit and in truth, right down the middle, just like the book say. Y'all need to. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to, like Pastor be saying, I'm trying to put a defibrillator on your big stupid head. Get that thing to start working. You know what I'm saying? And stop letting these other people work in your head. Okay. Yeah. If y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, definitely put them in. Definitely put them in there. Uh, Definitely hit that like button, y'all. If y'all on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, man, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, all that. And definitely, if y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, you know, yo, get it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, let me say something else, y'all. So y'all, yo, don't get it twisted. Like, yeah, there's challenges. Matter of fact, I'm dealing with a challenge right now. But the way I'm wired up, like when I wake up and something's on my mind, and it's gotten to that point when I wake up and you can play. Hey, don't bother her. When I wake up and something's on my mind, that means it's become a challenge and a problem, and I aggressively jump on it. Okay. So that, and that's what it's about, man. That's how you really get that growth, that confidence, and really walk this thing out in spirit and truth. So it comes with challenges, but you gotta want that work, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta do that footwork. Let's see what y'all saying here, y'all. Let me get this. But yeah, man, y'all gonna see our newest addition to the Straightway Florida fleet. We got Big Red, that's that big van. We got White Lightning, that brother Dex's van, and now we got White Thunder, because the thunder comes after the lightning. And that's brother Umbry got that. So and the reason why I kind of and y'all might remember the video I did a while back where I was telling everybody, you know, especially here in Straightway Florida, get vans, because where we're at right now, we're not on our land yet. We still live pretty close to the city, kind of on the outskirts. So we need to be, especially the nature of where we live. We live here in Florida. So there's a lot of, you could get a bad hurricane season and all that, and you would need to evacuate. So we definitely wanted to have the capabilities to be able to evacuate. The other thing, we go up the Straightway 3 times a year, so we want the capability to be able to go up there. So when we went up the Straightway 2 weeks ago, man, it was cool, man. I converted one van into the passenger carrying van, and then brother Dex's van was used as a cargo van for the tents and all the camping equipment, and worked out perfect. So we moved because all the brothers went up there. So we moved all the brothers up there to Straightway um, for the feast day in 2 vehicles. So now it should be a lot less when we go up here this next time, by Feast of Tabernacles. Uh, Possibly even having another van, but I doubt it. I think 3 is fine. But yeah, we're gonna. So, like I said, it's just thinking things out and using wisdom. But like I said, I'll be busy doing stuff like that and figuring out things concerning this community and how we're doing. Like, one of the things we did is we had the brothers and sisters in the assembly donate a little money for the Shabbat, so that we can buy all the children uh, um, instruments like tambourines, little drums, bells, and all this stuff. And they got these little uh, kits or whatever that you could buy on Amazon. They like $40 or so. And so I said, yeah, everybody just throwing a little bit of money so we could get the children this. And man, everybody was like over donating. So we had a surplus. So I told Sister Koya about it. She was like, oh, she was like, man, you know what? There's this like Bible thing. It show it's like a Bible education thing where it's coloring and it shows basic scriptures and all this stuff. It's like a little school curriculum, not a curriculum, but it's like a Sunday school type thing. Um, and she was like, "Hey, let's get that so the children have, so they're learning the scriptures and the Ten Commandments, and they can color and all that." And it was perfect. So we use the rest for that. So everybody's getting edified, man. It worked out great. Uh, so so you know, that's the type of stuff I'll be thinking about, and then there's other more complex stuff, but I'm focused in on that. So there ain't time for drama and silliness, but it's sad when I look back and I don't see the unity. I hear people talking unity, 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 but man, as soon as a situation arises, everything crumbles because people ain't, you know, they ain't being 100, man. They ain't, you know, dealing with this thing. You know, I don't think they want it. There's two reasons I might say, and it's not always the same. Some people love Babylon. They love being a Babylonian Hebrew Israelite, or like I call it, a Catholic Hebrew Israelite. They love that. And then you got other people that just don't realize there's another way. And what y'all need to do is go back and look at these videos and look at what Pastor Dow's doing over there. He's putting a lot of content out on the moves they're making. I'll name some of those other assemblies and the moves you can watch them making. And they are actually doing this. And listen, when you get your mind right and you're selfless and you really desire the brotherhood, everything else naturally falls in place. Y'all will be able to do business together. Y'all will be able to live up under the same roof. You can have, like we're doing here, 16 odd people in a 3-bed, 2-bath, um, uh, you know, dwelling on the same roof in peace. You know, you can do that when your mind's where it needs to be. You know, when your mind's right. Um, or when your mind's not right, you can't even dwell on the same damn block. Hell, look, when your spirit ain't right, you can't even be on social media together and not have all types of conflict and drama and issues. You can't even be in the same town together. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. So y'all put a 100 up in there if y'all understand what I'm saying. Hit that like button if you understand that. Like if I'm permeating anything. Because what I'm trying to tell you, if you out there in one of them type of ministry that's not pushing you to move to the next level, to be selfless, to really come together, not only spiritually but resource wise and everything you do. If you're in something like that, dude, you on a hamster wheel. You still operating in the beast system, y'all. And when I talk to you, and I got y'all seen the videos when I first came in the Straightway. When I talk to you on here, you gonna it's gonna be a year later. We're gonna have the same talk, and y'all gonna be in the exact same place. And if the Most High is willing, I will have progressed and might be on land and doing gardening, and my whole situation will have changed. Because why? I'm pressing towards the mark, and that's once again like every time I go up there the Straightway, it's something different. There's a new building there. Shoot, we went to the Passover and then count the amount of time, Feast of Weeks. So it was only weeks that passed, and there's a whole nother building there, built block building. Things that change. They done switched around how they operate. It's changing because people's putting forth work. Straightway, Georgia. Y'all remember I went up to Straightway, Georgia. I think it was Not even a year ago, probably 8, 9 months ago, I went up to Straightway, Georgia. Went up there. Where we set up camp at. There's a whole building there now, a whole big building. Folks shaking and moving, and then down here, Straightway, Florida. I know my story real good. You go back a year and a half ago, I was living in a house full of debt, children in school, wife on the job. Boom, met Pastor Dow and all that. Fast forward, now here I am living as an assembly with 3 other families and other brothers. Children are out of school. My children learn more about gardening. See, all that's gardening stuff. All that stuff you see there, all them is plants over there. They literally got the whole backyard lined with plants. My children learn more about gardening and the word of Yah than this wicked beast system. Like a lot of these children going to school, learning about they teach you Common Core math, which teaches you how not to think when you do math. They learn all that stuff, but what they're learning more is the sins of this culture, how to get sucked in and be a sinner in this culture. So yeah, man, this is the solution to drama, y'all. This is because, like I said, in Israel, the drama continues. The drama continues, and the drama will continue until Israel wakes up and actually follows the word. And y'all need to stop getting brainwashed by a lot, and it ain't all of them, but a lot of these leaders out here, man, they basically wizards casting spells on y'all through speaking guile. They speaking spells over you and making you think they doing something in your life and they doing something for you when they really ain't doing nothing. They're just manipulating you. And how? Oh, you lying, Mike? Okay, I'm gonna prove it to you. Look at your life a year ago and look at it now. Look at the sins you were struggling with a year ago and look at it now. Look at everything going on with you and just look. Look at the job you're working. Just look at your whole life. Look at your life economically. What are you doing agriculturally? What are you doing spiritually? Look at everything. A lot of people, man, they just don't want to grow, y'all. But I'm telling you, y'all, y'all need to compare and contrast. Look at what's going on here in Straightway. I just gave y'all a couple websites you could go to. Another one for the women is Sister to Sister. Somebody put that in there. There's a couple. There's women. They're part of Straightway now. I was telling them about Sister to Sister, and next thing you know, they in Straightway. Go check that out. See if them women talk totally different than. I ain't gonna name drop. I'm done with that. But see if them women talk totally different than a lot of these so-called professed women teachers out here in the Hebrew community running wild out here. Folks don't like to embrace brother Juan, shalom, brother. Brother Juan said folks don't like to embrace change. Yeah. Well, yeah, they don't want to go through the pain of righteous change. Yeah, that's big old facts, man. But yeah, this is just me popping my head up. I pop my head up. This is me be up there working. Pause for a sec. Go sit down, Samantha. Yeah. Pause for a sec. Look up, see what's going on, and I see all the drama. I'm just showing y'all. And I don't see this here where I'm at. And go sit down, Madison. Sit down over there on that target thing or on that bench. Yeah, go. Be down working. Take a sec, pop my head up, look around at the Hebrew community, and see the same stuff manifesting in the drama and just, you know, we'll call it Negroism. You know, that's what I see going on out there. That type of behavior. Um, and then, go back to what I'm doing. And look, drama situations come up, conflict situations happen, but you deal with it in a righteous biblical way. I'm telling you, y'all, that ain't the case out here, man. That's not how they handle stuff. Because what? They got their own agenda. And when you look at the actions that come from it, it becomes obvious. And what are the actions that come from it? Look at your life. How is your life going? How are your marriages going? How is what y'all gotta look, man. Stop listening and start looking at what's going on. That's gonna be a video I'm gonna do. Most eyes will. I will do a video on like looking and not just listening to all that chitter chatter. Okay, Brother Bernard put it in there. That's how it's spelled, y'all. So is Straightway Help Meets for the women. That's another site. And I'm just telling you stuff so you could peek in on what's going on here. It's out there. There's a lot of stuff out there. So Straightway Help Meets, he put it, it's straight STRAITWAY Help Meets HELPMEETS. Okay, meets. So and that's on YouTube. Go check it out. You know, you can't. You can't do anything of significance being an isolationite except work for Master Charlie out there in the rat race. You can't do anything of significance without working together. That's book. Madison, sit over there. Run. All right. You can't. You know. You there has to be, and all that. There's a whole. That's a whole nother show. What it takes to actually properly function. But a lot of people want you to sit there, get emotional, just like the Christian church, take advantage of you, take your money, or even if it's not that, they're deceived and deluded into thinking they're doing something because you look up to them or whatever it is. I don't know, but there's no fruit in your life. They're not. What is, what is what they're telling you? How is that going to save your child from the influence of this beast system? How is what they're telling you? They're like, no, we waiting for y'all to get us out of this. We bury your talents in the sand and let y'all and protect them instead of multiplying them. You see what I'm saying? Man, I hope y'all seeing through this, man. But yeah, man, it's just real talk. I'd like to see people moving forward. And like I said, I had a beautiful talk with the individual who contacted me today. Afterwards, because they very much see the footwork going on in Straightway and sincerely want to do it. They getting it, and they're beginning to see how so-called Israel is. But everybody who says they're Israel ain't Israel. It's you got to really see this thing. You got to really look at your life. Because this book is supposed to improve your life, the word, it's supposed to get you to a better place, man. But people can't think outside of this Babylonian rat race program. So then You get, instead of Hebrew Israelism, you get Hebrew Negroism. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, y'all. But I gotta it's fun being on here, speaking, but it's getting to that point. I gotta get to work, get back to work myself. Let me see. I got a lot of shaloms and 100s in there. Appreciate y'all. That's why I'm glad y'all hearing this. Definitely hit that like button. Subscribe. Hey, y'all on Facebook, I need y'all to share this. Share this out there, man. And in the thing, type that this is fire, man. Let folks know that, yo, we come down the middle, man. This ain't no it's all, yeah, all those people in the church are blind for a reason. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of us came out of the church. Like, some of these people are trying to wake up, but like I said, that's why I'm saying share this. People share this, because reach people so that they can take this path, this steady path to coming out of her spiritually, agriculturally, economically, educationally, truly coming out of her. And stop watching these stop watching these philosophers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, that's gonna be I think that's gonna be the title. Are you following a Hebrew philosopher and history teacher, or are you following a Hebrew pastor? Something like that. Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. Shalom to you. Good to see you in there. All right, Claude put, hello, brother. I just started dispatch business, so I can work towards getting into a position to move. That's good. And let me hit on this real quick. I was talking to Elder Becker, and he said, and I might misquote it, but I'm gonna get the meat off the bone on what he said, because it was heavy to the point where I took it down like as a note. He said, when you have a sincere love for the brethren, you'll do whatever it takes to be around them. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, here at Straightway, Florida, man, we got people who've moved from Tampa. We got people who moved from Georgia, from all over the place in the region, just to be around the saints. Quit jobs, switch careers, and all this stuff. To be around the saints, because they get it. And then other people, not so much, but it's like some people get it, and some people just, sometimes it takes time, and it's like a bell goes off, oh, and they get it. And then others, they don't, but yeah, you see the sister, she said she switched her job to a dispatch. She probably gonna try to get around an assembly and get around some like-minded people and get around a real family, and not this family in just a wordy sense where you say, hey, we family, but get around a family in a sense that, you can count on them for all things, and they can count on you for all things. Selflessness. All right. So that's good, sister. All praises. All right. Somebody said Facebook had me on 3-day restriction. I'll be out of jail in 4 hours. Wow. Yeah, Facebook tripping now. In my Westbrook face, y'all tripping. That's Facebook. All right. So yeah, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all hitting them like buttons. Definitely share this, get the word out. Check out those so, because all this stuff I told y'all about that's going on in Straightway. Go check out those YouTube pages to go bear witness to it. So y'all know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here talking. It's only about action. All right. I should have wore my that shirt Koya made me, that Kingdom Footwork shirt. Koya made a Kingdom Footwork shirt with a verse on it. I'll wear it next time. Yes, go ahead. Go that way. So yeah, made a Kingdom Footwork shirt because that's what it's about, man. So yeah, man. But I hope this what is very edifying to y'all. Because I just definitely wanted. I saw a lot of people went and watched that video probably because the word drama was in it or something, thinking, I'm gonna be, draining the so-called Hebrew community swamp on folks and name dropping. But I'm done with all that, y'all. I really want to see folks come out as fog and deception that's going on out there. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, y'all. And just get the word out, man. And hopefully y'all continue to move forward. Uh, and to a great degree, the drama cease. I know y'all said the next world ain't made for a lot of folks. You know what I'm saying? He said it's not made for the masses. Somebody was reading that today. Um, but yeah, y'all, that's all I got. I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel, Straightway, Florida. You watching the Spiritual Combat Show. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. I'm gonna say it once again. Y'all share this thing on social media. Let's get the word out. Y'all go check out them videos I told y'all to check out. Straightway KC, Straightway Kentucky. Go check out them videos. Y'all see them brothers out there getting after it. I'm sure when Pastor gets back, he's gonna upload a whole bunch of videos of what they were doing out there. Or he's definitely gonna be talking about it. And that's all I got, y'all. So shalom, shalom.